Welcome to the School of Tales. In the annals of colonial history, one name stands out for the sheer scale of brutality and exploitation: King Leopold II of Belgium. Often overshadowed by other European imperialists, Leopold's reign over the Congo Free State is a chilling chapter marked by egregious human rights abuses, forced labor, and a death toll estimated to be as high as 10 million Africans. This article aims to delve into the grim reality of King Leopold's exploitation of the Congo and the profound impact it had on the indigenous population. King Leopold II, ruling Belgium from 1865 to 1909, had grand ambitions of establishing Belgium as a major colonial power. Frustrated by Belgium's lack of overseas territories, Leopold set his sights on Africa, envisioning vast riches and strategic advantages. His focus zeroed in on the Congo, a resource-rich region largely unexplored by European powers at the time. In 1885, the Berlin Conference laid the groundwork for the scramble for Africa, where European powers formalized their colonial claims. Leopold successfully secured international recognition for the Congo Free State, a private venture under his personal control. This allowed him to exploit the region's vast resources for personal gain, unencumbered by the oversight of the Belgian government. Leopold's insatiable greed drove him to exploit the Congo's abundant natural resources, particularly rubber. Villagers were forced into labor, subjected to inhumane conditions, and often brutally punished for failing to meet rubber quotas imposed by Leopold's agents. The rubber trade became a lucrative enterprise, and the indigenous people paid the price with their lives. To enforce his brutal regime, Leopold established the Force Publique, a paramilitary force that terrorized the population. Villages were burned, families were displaced, and men, women, and children were subjected to mutilations and massacres as methods of control and punishment. The brutality inflicted by the Force Publique remains a haunting testament to the depths of human cruelty. The consequences of Leopold's exploitation were catastrophic. The indigenous population faced widespread disease, famine, and displacement. Estimates suggest that as much as half of the Congo's population perished during Leopold's reign. The term systematic genocide is often used to describe the deliberate and calculated actions that led to the decimation of countless lives. The atrocities in the Congo did not go unnoticed. Missionaries, journalists, and human rights activists began to expose the brutalities occurring under Leopold's rule. One of the most prominent exposés was by British diplomat and journalist E.D. Morrell, who tirelessly campaigned against the exploitation in the Congo. Outraged by the reports of atrocities, international pressure mounted on Leopold to relinquish control of the Congo Free State. The Congo Reform Association, led by individuals like Morrell, sought to expose and rectify the abuses. Their efforts contributed to a growing awareness of the humanitarian crisis in the heart of Africa. Facing mounting scrutiny, Leopold reluctantly ceded control of the Congo to the Belgian government in 1908. The atrocities committed under his reign were laid bare for the world to witness, prompting calls for justice and reparations for the survivors. The legacy of King Leopold's reign continues to cast a long shadow over the Congo. The deep scars of exploitation, violence, and population decline profoundly affected the socio-economic and political landscape of the region. The effects of Leopold's exploitation are still felt today. The trauma inflicted on generations of Congolese people lingers, influencing the country's development, politics, and social dynamics. Understanding this dark chapter is crucial for comprehending the challenges faced by modern-day Congo. The acknowledgement of historical wrongs has led to calls for reparations from Belgium to the Congolese people. Recognizing the extent of the suffering and ensuring that such atrocities are not forgotten is essential for fostering a more just and compassionate world. The atrocities committed by King Leopold II in the Congo Free State stand as a stark reminder of the horrors of unchecked colonial exploitation. The tragedy unfolds as a cautionary tale, urging us to confront the dark aspects of our shared history and work towards a more just and equitable future. By shedding light on the brutal legacy of Leopold's reign, we honor the resilience of the Congolese people and acknowledge the collective responsibility to learn from the past and strive for a world free from oppression and exploitation.